I wouldn't down talk that gravity thing. I would use them both, or make them team up. It's like having a weak horse and a strong horse, but you use them both to pull your wagon. Because I mean, what if you can't get diesel someday? Now you have the pellet, so you want redundancy. You don't want backups. You want, or maybe you need them both going. Maybe it gets down to 20 to below, So.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out whether using the exhaust of this as a preheater for the wood stove, how efficient that would be. I don't know. I'll have to sit down and do the math on it.
Yeah.
Or it might be just cheaper to heat using the exhaust here just to heat the water directly. That might be the cheapest way to go. Huh.
Yeah, there's all kinds of... It opens all kinds... It's a whole universe of possibilities, basically, because now you know it exists. It's kind of like, well, how do you use it? Because you've been screwed over so many times by Old Man Winter, it's gonna get your wheels turning. Because now you got a weapon in the fight. It's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg.
Yes.
And a lot of people just have one in their shop, one in their rig, one in their, I would suppose, greenhouse or whatever. And then if one goes down, you still have a backup. And, because they will go down eventually. I mean, but that's why I bought 3. And during the summer is a good time to buy them because no one buys them during summer. The prices go down. So
yeah.
But I'd get them before Biden bans them because they're really cool. They're really good, but they're not climate friendly, if you know what I mean. Because they actually work.
Yeah, they need to be protected. They're semi-fragile in the way the exterior construction. But if it was in an isolated cabinet, I mean.
Oh, you're right, because it's so moist in there, it'd start rusting out.
Yeah.
So that's an idea. Some people install these outdoors, and then pipe this in their intake. So there's different ways. You don't have to have it in the area, but the advantage of using the internal air is it doesn't have to work so hard to heat it up.
Right.
But if you want fresh air, I mean, get it from outside. So.
Well, even if you were to do an air exchange, like a class 1 air exchange with your exhaust before it goes into here, you would increase your efficiency also, but I don't see any reason to do that. You'd probably be better off just to run this pipe through a direct heat exchanger for a water mass. Because you heat up, say, just for the sake of argument, 10 gallons of water to 100 degrees, that heat's going to be retained for a really long period of time. It'll take hours for it to...
Something just clicked in my mind. So you're saying you could run that right into a barrel of water and have the outlet at the bottom of the barrel somewhere? That way
at the bottom of the barrel, or just run this directly into... Expand this, hook this up, this flexible connector up to maybe an 1.5-inch stainless steel tube, ran it in a loop through 10-gallon barrel or whatever, and then exhaust outside. That exhaust would heat up quite a bit.
I believe that's stainless steel. It's probably the cheapest crap they could find. It was still
yeah, you'd want to use a higher quality stainless steel tubing.
Or copper or something to where...
For every bend, you're going to have to increase the size at least 1. So this is at 1 inch. So you'd want to expand it to 1.25 inches. Stainless steel tube going into your barrel of water, and then have it, say, 1.5 inches coming out.
There is a backflow cutoff. Like if there's too much pressure on the exhaust, the system will shut down.
Yeah, that's why you want to go to larger and larger sizes for every bend. to make sure that the system works correctly.
The last thing I'll tell you is occasionally there'll be error codes that'll pop up, and you just look in the book in the back what they mean.
Yeah.
But it looks like you got a good one, because usually they'll start airing right away if they're no good. So it looks like you got a good one. So it'll give you kind of like a little bit of a clue, but it's
Okay.
fine. It's ready. You can unplug it or whatever, and so yeah. I mean,
Okay.
all set.
So it's drawing 0.3 amps, so it'll get less and less. So it'll probably drop all the way down to 0.2 amps real shortly.
It's,
So we'll go ahead and unplug it.
yeah, there's nothing. It's not helping you to keep it plugged, but yeah. I mean,
It does have some kind of a battery system to it, because it took about 4 seconds for it to disengage.
I think it's
So it's more than likely just capacitor.
capacitors, yeah. So, and then that's a power supply. You could use it for other things too. Like I said, there's two other hookups. You know what I say?
Yeah.
So if you want to run some DC crap off of this, you could. This is a pretty stout power supply. I bought. I think I don't remember how many amps, but it's one of the better ones. So you can run some other DC crap off of that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's it in a nutshell. Yay.
Well, let's fire up the grill then.
Okay. I'll cut this video off. Well, thank